Hey, welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Finally got some other stuff out of the way, so now we're back to working on the cat duster. So I'm gonna give you a little walk around and show you where I'm at on a few things. I still got to do a little work on the frame, but got some welding to do. It's crappy outside, so I got the door closed. It's 50-mile-an-hour wind, so I wanted to try and powder coat some stuff today. Don't think that's gonna happen, but I do want to make sure and get the frame finished up, because I am going to send the frame out to get powder coated. I already picked out my own powder, so I need to get a few things welded up on that, show you that. And now I want to get the motor on the ground and see if it'll crank up and run. So maybe we'll luck out and this Tecumseh will run. Looks really good shape. But let's take a look where we're at here. Do go ahead and find me some new style foot pegs, because the old ones are pretty raunchy. I need to go through the brakes, get all this mocked up, because this is what was on it, but I want to make sure everything's all mocked up before I do anything with the frame. I did get my rim halves blasted, so I need to get those powder coated. I need to track down a new brake lever. I don't think this one's going to clean up too good. It's pretty pitty, but I'm going to dig around and see if I can find another one, or see if I can get one from Go Power Sports, one of the two. Like I said, the frame had this big nasty deal in it. I don't remember, I think I showed that in my first video, but there's a big old like plate they welded in here. So I got majority of this cut down and got this where it had a big old crack in it right here. And there was a plate they put in from the factory. So I come up with another one. So if I can get this angled up in here, just like so, get that welded into place. And I do have a nasty crack right here, so I ground it out real good. I'm gonna weld that up, and this is actually gonna go kind of right over that crack, so I figure it'll brace that up pretty good. And there's a few other spots here and there that the factory welds. I want to get them nice and pretty and smoothed up. Need to get that worked on. Do have my foot pegs. I got those removed off the bike in the front spring, so I got these ready for powder coat. And also, this is my kickstand. I keep it all wrapped up so it doesn't get rusty. Got the sprocket sandblasted. It's a 72. The one that was on it was okay, but I dug around and found another cat sprocket that was in a lot better shape. So we got that blasted. That's ready for powder coat. Let's see what we got going over here. I got these tires from Go Power Sports. The ones that were on it were pretty shot. So, and I do have the, I like to put the tube in them and shoot some air in them, so it helps get the tire easier to mount into rims, because sometimes you get tires and they're all squished down. Kind of how this one is, and it's hard to get it to seat on the rim. So take your tube, air your tube up, put it inside your tire like so, and leave it, especially if you can sit it out in the hot sun. That really helps. Dug around, found me some chain, 35 chain, and I had my buddy that does some powder coating. He redid the stars on a cat. If you find these, which sometimes they're hard to find on cat bikes, but these have already been powder coated a chrome, and then you put clear over the top of them, so they turn out pretty good. They go inside the rim. So got those. I'm probably going to put some fancy chrome acorn nuts on it for a little bling. What else we got going on? Like I said, we're going to try and see if this jewel will crank. Let's see. There was one other thing I was going to try and attempt. This is a chain guide, or we'll call it a chain guide. This mounts right here on the frame, just like so. So as your chain comes down to your sprocket, that's why you have a notch cut in here, and there's bolts in the frame, and this actually bolts into place. Well, this one's not in too bad a shape. Normally they're completely gone on old bikes, but I thought, well, since it gave me a reason to buy a new tool, bought me a new small bandsaw. Nothing fancy, but I put a metal blade on it. Plus it's got the little fence and the guide. So I thought, well, how about I just try and make some? So I got online, found the same thickness. This is, I don't know, we're gonna call it polyurethane. I don't know what it's called really, but looks like a cutting board. But it's the same thickness. So I'm gonna attempt to use the new bandsaw I got, and I'm gonna try and make some. We'll see how it goes. They'll be white instead of black, but it'll be fine. But this one right here is kind of on the war downside. So that's where we're at on everything. But first thing we're gonna try and do today is get this joker running. This is the motor that I got with the bike. It's a HS35. I don't think it's ever been into. It looks in really good shape. Had oil in it when I got it. But looking at some of the nuts and bolts, I don't know if it's ever really been taken apart. Normally you can kind of tell on some of the heads of the bolts if a motor's been into. And this one looks to be in extremely good shape. When I pulled it over, it's got real good compression. I did check for spark, because when I got it, I went ahead and pulled the plug out and put a little bit of seafoam down in the cylinder because it was going to sit on the shelf for a while. But it does have spark, so we're going to see if it'll pop off. And I was going to put gas in it, and after looking it over, let's see if we can roll it back here. Right underneath the bottom of the tank, right here where this hose clamp is, I guess the fuel line just got dry rotted, and either that or somebody pulled on it too hard or whatnot, but the tank is busted right there where my thumb is. So the little outlet for the bottom of the tank is cracked. I was like, dang it. Because I really wanted to use the white tank. I thought I could, you know, clean it up, make it somewhat shiny, and keep the white tank on it. But I do have a brand new black one, so it's probably going to get a black one. So we're going to see if we can shoot a little brake cleaner down its throat and see if it'll pop off. So let's give it a try. All right. Let's see what kind of luck we're going to have with this. I do have oil in it. And let's go and pop the air cleaner off of it. Get it out of the way. Where's that screw at? Right here. Turn that, and that comes off. Air filter is one. It's got the original Tecumseh looking air cleaner in it. Got the Indian head chief on it. Does it have a part number? Part number is 30727. It'll get a new one. Anyway, oh, we're missing an exhaust bolt. Oh well, it'll be on there. All right. All right, somebody cross your fingers. We'll see if it'll run. Plug wires on it. Okay. Let's get it back over here a little bit. Oh, man. All right. We're going to use a little brake cleaner. I don't like using ether, so we're going to use a little brake cleaner. Do a little pop. Cross your fingers. Oh, man. I'm going to choke it. Let's choke it. Let's try it one more time. One more. Let's choke it. Come on, baby. Oh, she's gonna run. Oh, quick enough. What a smoking deal. Don't even smoke or nothing. Man, motor sounds good. It's probably not the safest thing to do, but I've been doing it like that forever. Man. All right, so I don't even know if I'm going to even split the case on this or not. It's kind of dirty. We might just clean it up, give it a good bath, and leave it patinaed looking. Like I said, I got a new black gas tank for it. It does have the stickers on it, which I might have another set somewhere. Man, what should we do? Already has a throttle hookup on it, so we're in business. Man, this motor sounds good. I don't even think I'm gonna do anything. We're gonna yank the carburetor off of it. I'll probably throw it in the vat, get it cleaned up, put a kit in the carburetor, probably powder coat or do something with the exhaust because that rustiness ain't gonna fly. I am gonna hook up. I'll probably take this off because I'll probably have a kill switch because the cat duster has a kill switch in the frame. So this might come off, or I might leave it on. Man, this motor sounds pretty good. Oh, stink bug just come out. Yeah. So I think we'll just clean this motor up real good, And, well, we'll clean it up, see how shiny it runs, how it looks. But, man, it sure runs good. Doesn't smoke, don't seem to knock. So that's a bonus, folks. We got us a good power plant to start with. Cool. Okay, I went ahead and tore into this motor a little bit. I'm not going to tear it completely down, but I did want ahead and go ahead and get the intake off, the carburetor and all that stuff off. And on these, to get to one of the back carburetor bolts, to get the bolt completely out, you got to remove the intake, which I got the intake taken off. So I'm going to replace all the intake gaskets, carburetor gasket. I did drop the bowl on it, and look at this right here that was in the bowl on it. I don't know what, that's some old varnished up gasoline there. So we can dump it out, get a look at it. Look at that. Yeah, that's carburetor seasoning salt is what that is, I guess. But anyway, so I'm going to get the carburetor, rest of it tore completely apart, and you know, get the needle and everything out of it, disassemble the carb, throw it in a vat, and whenever I get a kit for it, which I should have one somewhere laying around, maybe I'll do y'all a video on how to do a old school Tecumseh carburetor. Got to put a new little elbow. The elbow in these, they'll get cracks in them right here on the sides, and it's got little splines in it, so when it goes back on there, these are pretty notorious for getting dry rotted and cracked. So I'll get me a new one of these and insert that. But anyway, I got that tore apart. So I was looking at the fan shroud here, and I noticed, I don't know if you can really tell, but some of this right here was kind of bent in. So I was like, well, I'm probably going to go ahead and pull everything off of it anyway and put a new rope in it, you know, get the spring all cleaned up. But I noticed it was bent pretty good. So when I took it off, this is what I found. It was bent in enough that it had broken some of the fan blades off the flywheel. Now, like on your Predator, this is you know, this is serviceable. You can find you another one off another motor, slap the new plastic piece on your fan, and go to town. Well, on these, I tried to get it off since it was broken, and it's like epoxied or something on there. But good thing was I had a donor motor, this old red rocket here. I keep them around for parts, and since it was a HS35 also, I was like, cool, let me pull it apart. So that being said, we have another flywheel here. It's still got the magneture in good shape on it, so all the fins are there, so I'm going to get this cleaned up. But I think I come to the conclusion, I'm not going to tear into the motor, but I am going to, since I have it pretty much disassembled, I'm going to tape everything off, put the head bolts back in it, plug everything off. I'm going to give it a good degreasing and wipe her down. And I think we'll throw a new coat of paint on it without having to tear into the motor, because it seems like it runs really good. The oil that come out, it was pretty decent. Looks pretty good when I look down inside the oil fill holes. From what I can see, looks pretty good. But anyway, thought I'd give you a little rundown of what we found out on the motor. So we're going to get stuff boxed up and get stuff thrown in the cleaner. See where we can go from next.